children, welcome to SUPW class. So today we are going to study lesson number 9, that is sources of energy. Okay, so what is energy, children? The ability to do work is called energy. Okay, so let's start. Open page number 51, chapter 9, sources of energy. What is energy? The ability to do work is energy. The sun, wind, water, etc. give us energy which helps us in many ways. There are various sources of energy that we use in our day-to-day lives. So children, whatever work we are doing, we are speaking, we are walking, we are eating, for every work we need energy, right? And from where we are getting this energy? From the sun. The sun is the major source of energy. It gives us solar energy. Wind, water, everything that is around us all gives us energy. And there are many sources which gives us energy. So we will study what are the sources that gives us energy in this chapter. There are two types of energy resources, renewable sources and non-renewable sources. Okay children, there are two sources, renewable sources and non-renewable sources. Non-renewable sources. So we will see what is renewable and non-renewable sources of energy. So let's start with renewable sources. Renewable sources of energy refer to the sources which are available in abundance. Abundance means huge quantity, and or can be replaced within a reasonable period of time through natural process. Most of our Earth's energy comes from the sun, solar energy. Winds, plants, water are other renewable sources of energy. So children, renewable, renew, if you see the word renew, re means again and new means something which is new. So again which can be turned into a new source, that is renewable. And non-renewable means what? Once finished, then it is finished. We cannot turn it into new, we cannot use it again. So that is non-renewable. So children, most of the Earth's sources of energy are renewable, means we can utilize it again and it is present in abundance. Like solar energy, we talk about. Solar energy means the energy which we are getting from sun. So it's not like it is coming today and tomorrow we will not get. No, it is not that every day we are getting solar energy. So it is a renewable source of energy. Similarly, winds. Wind is that it's not like it is wind is over and now we will not get wind. No, wind is always flowing. It is means never ending thing. So it is also a renewable source of energy. Similarly, plant, that the energy which we get from plants. Obviously nowadays we are cutting plants and we are reducing it a lot, but still plant is also a renewable source of energy because it is also not going to end. We will keep planting the trees and all, and we will keep getting the energy from plants. Similarly, water. Water is also coming. It is also not never-ending things. So that is also renewable source of energy. Renewable sources of energy are cheap, eco-friendly and are found in abundance. They are cheap. Like for solar energy, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to go to market to buy solar energy. Wind energy, you don't have to go anywhere. It is all natural. Okay, water, it is all natural. So it is cheap, it is eco-friendly. It means it is not harming the environment by any means. Solar energy, wind energy, plants, water, they are not harming the environment. So it is eco-friendly. So we'll start with sun. The sun has been providing energy to the earth since time immemorial, means very old. It is from the very old time the sun has been providing the energy to the earth. The heat it is giving, the light and heat which is coming from sun, that is providing energy to us. As we all know, most of the earth's energy comes directly or indirectly from the sun. The energy produced from the sun reaches the earth in the form of solar radiation, which is directly or indirectly converted into other forms of energy like heat and electrical energy. So the energy which we are getting from the sun, that is solar energy, and it reaches the earth and we get the energy and it gets converted into heat energy or electrical energy according to the use. Next is water. Water is an inexhaustible renewable natural source. Means inexhaustible means to wear out, to finish, to just destroy. So it is not like that. It is inexhaustible renewable source of energy. About 3/4 of our Earth's surface is covered with water. We all know that only 1/4 is land and 3/4 is covered with water. Water is found everywhere in puddles, ponds, river, lakes and oceans. Puddles means like small holes on the in the ground, that is called puddles. So small pool of water you can see, on the ground and all, that is puddle. Then lake, ocean, river, everything is filled with water. It is present in the earth's crust and on mountain tops in the form of snow and glaciers. Not only in the rivers, it is present on the mountain top also, like Himalayas and all the top mountains, they are covered with snow. And this snow only melts and it comes down and takes the form of water and gets mixed in the ocean or river. Water is also present in the air in the form of water vapor. Not only in the river and mountains, it is also present in the air in the form of water vapor. Okay, so that is also a form of water only. Water is a very important natural resource. It is essential for all living beings. A person can live without food for many days, but he cannot live without water for more than a few days. So water is very important natural source. We, for a living, need to have water. We can live without food, eating food, but we cannot live without water. So water is a very, very essential resource for us. Another use of water is irrigation, that is agriculture. Without rainwater, without water, farmer cannot grow crops, isn't it? Irrigation is done with the help of wells, canals, tanks, etc. Water is also used for generating electricity. So farmers use different source of water to water their crops. They can use tanks, wells, tube wells are there, and different kinds of canals are there. So they can use the water from these sources. And not only that, water is also used for generating electricity, that we call hydroelectricity or hydro machine, that is used for generating electricity with the help of water. Some big machines are there in which water is used to generate electricity. Wind. Wind blows because the sun warms the atmosphere. So why wind blows? The wind blows because the solar energy which is present in the atmosphere, it warms the atmosphere, and because of that wind blows. As such, warm air becomes lighter and tends to rise. So anything which is lighter tends to rise. No, जो हल्का होता है वो ऊपर उठता है. So anything that is lighter, that tends to rise. The cool air comes down and replaces it. So warm air is lighter, it goes up, and the cool air which is present, it tends to come or go down. Wind energy can also be converted into electrical energy. As I told you that water energy can be converted, water is actually used to generate electricity. Similarly, wind energy can also be used to form electrical energy. The farmers utilize wind energy to pump water from wells. Wind energy is also used in windmills. In windmills, you must have seen the suburbs area that big machines are there that are operated by wind. The wings are there that rotates with the help of wind. That is windmill. So farmers, they often utilize this wind energy to pump water from their water machine, whatever wells or they are using, and also they are used in windmills. So this is about renewable source of energy like solar energy or water or wind energy. Now we'll see non-renewable energy. Okay, so non-renewable resources are what? They are the resources, non-renewable resources are those resources which after being used cannot be replaced within a reasonable period of time. We cannot use it again. Means within a reasonable period of time, like if you talk about thousand of years, that is another thing. But within a reasonable period of time, we cannot use. Example, fossil fuels like petroleum, natural gas or coal take millions of years to form. It's not like you are using it and again after after a day or two or month or year you can use it. No, it takes millions of years. Means in our lifespan we cannot use it again. So it is a non-renewable source of energy. So fossil fuels or oils, how they are formed? They have been formed from the remains of animals and plants that lived millions of years ago. Means when they die now, their body that gets decayed and then it gets mixed into the soil and takes years and years and years, like millions of years, then it gets converted into fossil fuels or coal or oil. These are called fossil fuels. Most of these oil or petroleum products produce energy. The most common use of petroleum oil is to run vehicles. So we know the most common use of petrol is what? Vehicles. Our vehicle runs when we fill fuel in it, that is petrol. So that is the most common use of petroleum. Next is coal, that is koila, that we say in Hindi. Our prehistoric plants, prehistoric again means billion of years, very old plants, absorbed the sun's energy in their leaves, and when they eventually died, they slowly transformed into coal seams. Means the plants which were present billion of years ago, when they died, like it was all decayed and all, then it took a long process and they eventually got converted into this coal seams. Coal seams means the layer which is formed in the earth's crust. So that is coal seams. So when we are burning coal, we are releasing chemical energy that was stored a billion of years ago. So that is actually when we burn coal, chemical energy is released from that, because leaves had sun's energy and now we are burning, and so it is converting into chemical energy. Coal is used to generate electricity. We can use coal to generate electricity. We saw that water is used, wind is used, and now coal is also used to generate electricity. It is used to run many industries such as steel, cement and paper industry, especially in the big industrial center. Coal is used because they require a large amount of electricity. So coal is used there to produce electricity. With the growing population, the demand for energy is also increasing. We make use of energy in our day-to-day lives also. At home, we need energy for cooking and lighting. In the field, we use energy in the cultivation, irrigation and harvesting process. So it is used, as you can see, in many fields. Like obviously there is a lot of population, so more population, more is the requirement. So in our day-to-day life also we make use of these kind of energies at home, like for cooking, for lighting, for every purpose we need energy, electrical energy, then a different kind of energy, heat energy, we require it. And in the field we use energy for cultivation, like growing crops, irrigation and all, harvesting process. So in every step we need the use of energy. Electricity. Energy resources also generate electricity. It is one of the most important forms of energy. It runs our mills and factories. And electric, fan, cooler, air conditioner, etc. all operate with the help of electricity. So electricity is a wonderful thing in our day-to-day life. Wherever we are going, we need electricity. When we at home, for light, for fan, for cooler, for running, for washing the clothes, washing machines are there, for ironing our clothes, iron is there. For everything you need nowadays electricity. So it is a wonderful thing. And also for running big mills and factories we need electricity. So it lights up our home, runs our refrigerator and power motors. All the electrical appliances are run with the help of electricity only. Whatever be the look, electricity is there at your service. Just press the switch and everything becomes bright and shiny. So electricity is such a wonderful thing that you just need to just press the button, switch, and everything becomes very bright and shiny. So children, this is the chapter that is sources of energy. So we have studied the different sources of energy in this chapter. I hope you have understood, and question answers and exercise you will get in the